Yo, what's going down? I'm OD, and this is SlumpedSessions, the show that is the culture. This episode is brought to you by FishScale84. Head over to FishScale84.com. And Reneka App Builders. Head over to RenekaAppBuilders.com. Get you an app, get you a website, step your app game up. We got Worstnightmare in the building. What's going on?
What's up, dude?
Is it Worstnightmare or is it LilNightmare?
It's actually it's both. Like, you know, I just kind of, you know, I've always made this whole rap thing in the first place was to be like, because it's, you know, I love it and it's fun and I have fun doing it. So I was like, you know, I'm just gonna some songs I'm gonna release under LilNightmare, some songs it's gonna be, but it's always gonna be just Worstnightmare. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's kind of like having different aliases.
Yeah.
You know, how different people have like different aliases.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like one of those things.
Because lately, on like the IG and stuff, I've been seeing LilNightmare.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then like you know, like Glitchfest says Worstnightmare.
Yeah, all the shows say Worstnightmare.
Yeah.
Whenever I first heard you, it was under Worstnightmare.
Yeah. It's always Worstnightmare, bro.
It always just goes back to Worstnightmare.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So I kind of want to start it out with who is Worstnightmare.
I mean, it depends on like.
Depends on who you ask.
Well, yeah, it just depends on like really, cause like as a person, I guess Worstnightmare. I've only been doing the Worstnightmare thing for like 5 years, but I've been doing music for like 11. I've been in, you know, I was in punk bands and metal bands and all that before I was ever a rapper.
Okay.
But I've always liked rap the whole time. Like I just grew up because that's how I was raised. I was raised on like a bunch of like underground punk rock and all that stuff because I lived in Mexico and that shit was popping over there. You know? And then my grandma and stuff that she loved hip hop. Like she was in love.
And I think a lot of like bands and stuff, they actually do like rap and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, like as a matter of fact, sometimes I play like. I'm starting to get booked for more shows with like punk bands and metal bands nowadays.
And
it's because dude, sometimes I get way more love from them than from just going to a regular rap show, you know. So it's wild. They show love.
That's dope. So I mean, Worstnightmare is, you know, he's a diverse guy.
Yeah, I've been into music forever, so like, kind of just did the Worstnightmare thing because one day I was just tired of not being active in the music community. And I really liked it. I always really liked hip hop, so I was like, I'm gonna start doing it. I started literally recording all my songs on my cell phone, and it was horrible quality. But for some people, people started booking me. Like, I released like a really shitty EP. It was like 5 songs. I even got it tattooed on me. Like,
Keep Them Blind.
Yeah, that's what it was called. And
I like that one.
And it was kind of like because back then, man, when I first started, it was nothing but boom bap, like nothing but like old school, East Coast style, you know, like very so very conscious too, like
very different than what you are now.
And well, in a way, the style is, but the lyrical content is pretty much like, you know, there's some. I have some ignorant ass songs, you know, but I have some songs that sound ignorant as hell. But like if you actually listen to the song and you listen to the lyrics, you're like, oh shit, okay, so he actually has a message for this one.
Okay.
And some songs are just my like depictions of other stories, you know. Like I just released Style in Hell, and that song is literally about, because I'm into video games a lot. I'm a huge nerd. I used to play that game with my aunt when I was little and just have fun with it. And I saw that they had a character, the Pyramid Head dude, who would just rip people to shreds and stuff. He was kind of like an executor. And I was like, one day I was just sitting there and I wrote a song about that in a way, you know, but like kind of like mixed it up so it kind of made sense to my life too in a way. Yeah. So it's kind of like a story in a way, but kind of like a fiction, like a fiction story. You know?
So where are you from?
I'm from LA, actually. I'm from California. I'm from Salinas. It's like northern part of LA.
Yeah. Okay.
I was not really raised there. I was raised back and forth, like Mexico City and LA. But I moved to Mexico City. I pretty much was raised there fully. And then around when I was 9 years old, we moved to the U.S. and we moved to Iowa. And that place was a cultural wasteland. There was nothing there, just corn and
Iowa, of all places.
It was corn and snow, and that's pretty much it. It was really weird. My parents worked at slaughterhouses. Like,
oh, okay.
It was weird as fuck.
Yeah, I don't ever hear anything about like Iowa, so it just seems
wouldn't.
it seems
except for like Slipknot making that album. That was awesome, but that's pretty much it.
That's it.
That's pretty much it.
Well, that's pretty cool. I mean, coming from like Mexico to such a small town.
Oh yeah.
And then, spending time throughout California and stuff. And
yeah, it was weird. And my stepdad, he's the reason that we ended up moving to Texas. And dude, I fucking love it here.
Okay.
I'm from LA. I'm from California, but Texas over Cali any day.
Hey.
All of my friends, especially my friends who are rappers, are like, I don't get why you don't want to live in LA. I can't wait to move to LA. I'm like, all right, dude, I can't wait till you have to get there and sleep on a couch for like at least a couple months.
You know that there's like the struggle and stuff there.
Yeah, dude, everything's too expensive, bro. Like, some of it is on fire. Like, it's just, I love it. I love my home place, but I can't live there. I like to visit. Like, I say visit like a month or two if you're doing work, recording music, stuff like that. Yeah, but I don't know if you want to live there.
Even those wildfires, fires, those are kind of scary.
A lot of people from California are moving to Texas. As a matter of fact,
wildfires scare me.
If you haven't noticed, the plugs have cheaper shit now. Why? Because everyone's moving from California and they're bringing their shit with them. So if you have high prices, you're about to go out of business, dog.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Everyone from California likes Texas now, and I already liked it since the day I moved here.
So, I mean, you said you were in punk bands and stuff like that. How is that scene, actually in a band and stuff?
Dude, I loved it. It's so much fun. It's kind of weird when it's a little more relieving when you get to share the energy on stage with other people.
Yeah.
You can just bounce off of each other. It's so dope. Like, the last band I was in is called Sketch Driven, and we're like a punk hardcore band. And dude, I had some of the best times playing in that band. It was just like, we did crazy shit, It was like watching a documentary on a fucking punk rock band. It's just like I was like blackout drunk on like nothing but whiskey one night and still play the set perfectly. Just stuff like that, just like random. Like whenever you're a rapper, you tend to do a lot of things on your own, especially if you don't have like a team, Like me, for example, like I've always been Worstnightmare by myself. Like I've been, friends with people and like I've collabed with a lot of people and stuff like that. But like for me to be part of a collective is like hard because like I kind of just stick to myself a lot. A lot of people have like, they're like part of a team and all that stuff, and like they have other people they perform with and stuff like that. But me, most of my stuff I perform by myself, and then if I have features, hopefully they're there. If not, then I'm just not gonna do the song,
Well, I kind of know a little bit about it. Just my brother's in a hardcore band, so I grew up in that scene also with him.
Dude, it's fun.
It's super fun. Definitely fun.
And the thing about it is just the crowds are dope. Like almost every show gets packed.
Everybody shows so much love in the hardcore scene.
Oh my god, dude, I love it. Like that's why I'm actually starting another hardcore project with my roommate. So be on the lookout for that. I'm still going back to that.
I mean, just going to shows with him, I see like, you get off stage and everybody's so supportive of it. But then I go to a hip hop show and people get off stage and some people just don't show love like that.
No, yeah, like, and even like I played shows that are freaking packed too. And, there's been times where it was packed on this day and this day, right? And then this day, man, all people were like, "Hey, man, I fuck with your shit. Let me get a follow. I'm blah blah blah." I'm like, "Yeah, cool." And then there's shows where there was a bunch of people, but like, it's like 2 or 3 people go up like, "Hey, that was cool, man." Like, so it's just weird. It's weird in the rap world, to be honest. You got to be like, I just feel like everybody's trying to get really gimmicky with it.
Yeah.
And it's just weird because, like, for example, like the style that I have, a lot of people are like, "Oh, that's what's popping right now." I'm like, dude, I've literally looked like this and made this music and all this for years now. Like,
yeah,
I would, and it's not saying, "Oh, I started this shit," like, cause nobody really started like this alternative trap stuff. Like, it was a while ago that was made. Like, people 3-6 Mafia and shit like that was pretty much alternative trap music. You know what I'm saying? It was like scary. It was like,
they had a lot of like
satanic stuff in it too. Like,
and they had like those beats of like the lot of hi hat, a lot of straight bass and
exactly, a lot of 808. Yeah, so like it's just people are kind of like on this hype, and I don't understand it too much because people are like, "Oh man, that's a cool shirt. Where'd you guys?" Like, no, I actually go to punk shows and I buy these shirts from these bands. Like, have you gotten one? You know what I'm saying? Because people are like out here paying like $60 for like a V-Lone shirt with a skull on it. And like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, I don't know about all that. Brother.
Just find a band, support them, buy their merch,
dude, local. Yes, dude,
it's so much better than.
I really don't even really have any designer shit. All of my clothes are pretty much just like like T-shirts from bands that I've either played with, toured with, like support, you know, like, and that's pretty much it. Like, as of all I wear really is just jeans and T-shirts, and those T-shirts are from locals, either whether it's like an artist or a band or a rapper or something. I buy their merch and I rock it. That's it. Like,
yeah, it's kind of the same here.
$10 sometimes.
Somebody just gave me this one.
Hell yeah!
Shout out to Jay Lyric. I'm gonna be wearing this one.
Jay Lyric was dope, dude. He snapped on this freestyle. Oh,
yes. And then actually, like, underneath, I have a shirt that I think I bought at the thrift store for like $2.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like shop locally, man. So,
yes.
You know, you sometimes even find like gems in there. You know. Like,
yeah. Find a band, support them.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Who are you wearing right now? Actually,
dude, this is this band God Fearing Fuck. They're from here in H-Town.
Hey.
Dude, think about this. This shirt is double printed. Like, it got double printed, and they made me pay $10 for it. Like, there's people out here paying like $40-$50 for just a one single print.
Yeah.
And this is detailed as hell, man.
Yeah,
so
it really is.
Go listen to God Fearing Fuck. They're dope as hell.
I love just like metal shirts and shit. They're just the images, and like they put so much detail into everything that they do, and like even like the older stuff, like whenever
they have people draw this stuff up, you know what I'm saying, like from scratch. It's
even
dope.
like the old like Suicide Silences and the old like like
just making the letter logos is just holy crap, dude.
It's just, you know, they put so much work into their artwork and stuff, and it shows. And I can see you trying to bring that over to the hip hop.
Yeah,
you know,
dude, and it's funny. A lot of people always ask me like, "Oh man, where'd you get the shirt?" I'm like, dude, they don't even have this anymore. Like, it was just for that tour, and I bought it for $10. So like Blackie, I'm playing with Glitch Fest. Blackie all caps with spaces. Some dude hit me up on Instagram trying to buy this shirt that I bought from Blackie for like $10, trying to buy it for $100. I was like, nah, I'm good.
That money's not.
It's memory. It's not worth the memory of an experience I had that day. So I'm gonna keep it. Like,
you wouldn't want to sell your memories.
Exactly. Yeah, which is weird.
So I mean, is that something that you're gonna be bringing into Worst Nightmares, like the T-shirts and the merchandising?
Oh yeah, dude. As a matter of fact, like if you, I already do have merch out. I gotta print out more of it because this shit just
it's gone.
But yeah, like my graphics, or you know, they like if you look at one of my T-shirts, it just looks like a punk shirt, like a punk band T-shirt. You know, it's black and white, just like I like simple stuff, you know. I like black shirts, so that works perfect. I like black shirt. All I wear is black really at that point, so it's like black and white. I'm about it. So, did you always, you know, want to be a rapper and stuff, like in the punk bands and stuff? Did you? To be honest, it's crazy because whenever I was in punk bands doing all that stuff, I used to listen to like just like weird stuff. Like there's this band called the Mac Conductor, right? And they were like a ska core hip hop band. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like kind of like reggae-ish, but it'd be a dude, like a punk dude, like rapping. And dude, it was dope, and like that shit kind of inspired me to become a rapper. Yeah. But what really, really inspired me to fucking do that is whenever I moved to Houston, because damn, H-Town, you know, like this is the place I'm stuck to now because I love it so much here. Yeah. But I started going to shows by myself, like just to get out in the music scene because I didn't know Houston very well. And I started going to Mangoes, and I started going to all these like punk shows, stuff like that. And there was this one time that I went for this show called Black Christmas, and it was Blackie all Casa Spaces, Fat Tony, who's a big homie. Yeah. Shout out to Fat Tony. I talked to him. I want to get him on the show. Fat Tony is the big homie. I love that dude. And Muhammad Ali, which is a punk band, and like Cattywampus. It was like basically a mixed show of punk bands, indie bands, and hip hop. And dude, that was the day I was like, I have to do something with this hip hop stuff because I saw how people were taking it. Yeah. Like everybody was fucking with everybody. Like there was rappers, there was hipsters, there was punks. It was like just everybody there, and every single set, everybody was going crazy, no matter what who was on stage. You know, after I saw that, like I was like, damn, dude, I kind of want to do something. Like if I could do this by myself, if I have to, I want to. So that's kind of how I was just like, man, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna figure out a way to do it, and that's when I started making really shitty quality music
on your phone.
On my phone.
So growing up and stuff, did you grow up in kind of a musical household, or did you? Oh yeah, dude. My dad, he's a piece of shit, but he definitely was very musically talented. He was he was a vocalist for a metal band. He was a drummer, like, and then my parents, my mom. I was raised by my mom mostly, my aunt, and I used to listen to all their music. Like they had just
tapes and tapes and CDs, and I literally listen to almost every single one. I'm just like, damn. And just, everybody in my family just loves music, which is dope. And that's why I'm one, to be honest, weirdly enough, I'm one of the only musicians in our family. But kind of makes sense why, because they all just love music so much. Yeah.
So everybody kind of like loved music and stuff.
Yeah,
but you were the one who
everyone liked their own thing, but then it just kind of like I developed my own music taste based on like how I grew up and like what I used to see.
So how did you actually get the name Worstnightmare?
That's funny. I actually always remember this in my head because it was when I wrote my first song, or like one of my first freestyles. I was writing it, and then like in the middle of it, it rhymed with whatever I said before. So and I said, "I am your worst nightmare," and I kind of just kept highlighting that word, both of those words, and I was like, "I want to make that. I think I like that." I looked it up too. I looked it up everywhere. There's no worst nightmare rappers out there. There's not one. And then like actually recently on Instagram, I get a message from Worst Nightmare Online, and turns out it's this Canadian indie band.
Oh wow!
And they hit me up and they were like, "Hey man, we fuck with your music, like good, like big ups." And I'm like, I wonder why they're saying that. And then I looked on I think it was like Apple Music. Yeah. And my album is like right next to theirs. Because we're both Worst Nightmare, but they're the band. Yeah. So I'm guessing what happened. Also on Spotify. So I guess what happened is they started getting a bunch of streams whenever I released my EP. Maybe. Because it was right next to it. And I asked them, I was like, "Are y'all getting a bunch of streams like randomly?" And they're like, "Yeah, we actually are. That's why we're kind of like fucking with you because your album is right next to ours. People are clicking it thinking it's yours too."
I clicked it thinking it was yours.
Yeah, exactly.
I did. Well, whenever I was on Apple Music,
hey, they're fucking cool. Worst Nightmare from Canada. Look them up. They're super cool. Worst Nightmare Online on Instagram. They make super dope music. They have super cool aesthetic. I fuck with them. They like send me messages randomly. They're like, "Hey man, hope you're doing cool. I hope you're smoking a blunt." Hey. I'm like, "Hey, yeah."
Actually, I am smoking a blunt.
Yeah, how you know? And he's like, sometimes they're like, "Hey mate, hope you're doing good. I hope you're smoking a blunt and drinking 40s." And I'm like, How did they know?
How do they know this? That's cool because I actually did see that whenever I was on Apple Music.
It just comes right up with it.
That's what I mean. But there's no other rappers, so that's actually cool.
That's the crazy thing. I even looked up LilNightmare and I couldn't find anything.
I feel like that's such a good name that there should have been somebody already.
I know. I figured, even like a conscious rapper or just like because when I first started, I totally was just nothing about just like conscious rapper, and I stayed with it. But I mean, at one point, not only did it become more of like a political thing, it became more of a personality thing. Like at one point, I was like, man, I am some people's worst nightmare when it comes to this shit. Because I feel like the reason I also took that name because I was like, I thought I was just. Especially back then, before all this like crazy hype on this music, I was, just like not the typical rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially back then when I was playing shows, I was probably the only Mexican dude playing that day, or like, just and people used to see me come on stage and I have like leather jacket on, or I have like a freaking vest with a bunch of patches on it and like ripped up jeans and shit. And people were like, "What the fuck? Like this guy's about to rap?" And then I started doing it, and then and they're like, "Oh fuck," like they get tripped out when they see that.
You have like a whole image and stuff about you.
Yeah, but it's funny because I literally dressed like this since I was a little kid. Yeah, because I grew up in with punk parents and fucking in the hood in Mexico. So I kind of just stuck to that. There's no point really. I didn't think it was anything like wrong with the way I looked. I do look kind of trashy sometimes, but hey.
But you're not trying to be anybody that you're not. Yeah, exactly. That's cool. Like that.
You're not going to see me buy like $150 Louis Vuitton shirt. Like. I'd rather use that for my music or something. Yeah.
I mean, you're not trying to be anybody you're not, and I think throughout the music and stuff that shows that you just are who you are. So
a lot of it is about that. Especially recently.
So whenever you were getting into doing the music and stuff, you said you were doing it on your phone. How was that actually, like the process of recording music on your phone and stuff? It was
horrible, dude. As a matter of fact, it was actually really funny how I even put this whole EP together. So what I did is I, got like some old school kind of like jazzy beats that I found on YouTube, and I just wrote to them. And then what I would do is I would Audacity on my old ass computer, just set it up on Audacity, and what I would do is I put the beat on there, and then like I'd put earphones on so I could only hear the beat, and then I'd press record on my phone, record the whole thing, right? Get my phone, hook it up to the computer, get the file, turn it into a WAV file, put it on the track, and try to like mix it as well as possible, and just put it out.
And you said people were fucking with it at the time.
And yeah, what I don't know why is just because it was just so bad. Like it was just.
Do you still have any of these out?
No, I do not have anything. I have it. I think I have it on my computer. But
do you ever just like go back and listen to it?
Yeah, I totally do, and I'm like, oh my. I don't understand why I got booked so much when I first started too. Like I was like, why are you booking me? But it's because it turns out that my performance is what people were looking forward to.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because I have like a total different energy when it comes to like me performing than when I'm trying to put music out. I feel like I'm way more hype in person. So,
well, I mean that's crazy that the process of actually doing it on your phone. I mean, compared to what now, I'm sure you're in a studio.
Well, yeah,
and stuff, but
and even then, dude, like even to this day, some people are making fire albums, fire EPs, fire everything out of their home, dude. Like, just
well, I mean, I think that's where a lot of people do their best work.
Yeah,
and
like sometimes I've just I think the last 3 songs I released, I recorded by myself, mixed and mastered. I mean, they're not perfectly mastered and like to where it's like, record label worthy, but dude, they sound good to me, and like people fuck with them, and I'm like, dude, I've never done this in my entire like mixing and mastering, no idea. Don't even ask me. I have no idea. I have producers for that because they have the patience. Yeah, I get anxiety just trying to even look at this stuff. So the fact that I was able to mix and master 3 tracks by myself, I have no idea how I did it. I was probably drunk or something.
And I don't think that you need to go to a whole recording studio to get good quality.
Yeah,
I mean,
no, especially if you know what you're doing. Like I know people that just have done it for so long that they know what the hell they're doing. Like my boy Nadas, that guy's a freaking genius. Like you could just see him make a beat fit in like 10-15 minutes, record everything, and be done in like 30. And like that's because he sat there every day and did that shit. So I just think it's crazy for people to even be producers, because that shit just gives me anxiety. I do not have patience. I'll start trying to make a beat, and I'm just like, this is ass, and then just throw it away and throw it away and throw it away, and then eventually I'm just like, nah, I'm not doing this. This is stupid.
Do you think that carries over to the like writing?
Oh no, I love writing, dude.
Okay.
Because I write all day. Like I write songs. I don't even write rap sometimes. I just write like songs just for like the projects that I'm thinking of starting and stuff like that. So I like writing. I'm a strong writer when it comes to it, because like since I started as a kind of like a conscious rapper, I kind of got some big words going on. So some people are like, damn, I don't even know what that means. I'm like, I'll tell you right now. Like,
so how would you kind of like describe your music if you were gonna try to describe it to somebody?
The only thing that I'm just kind of like weirded out about is just like like I'm trying not to sound similar, but a lot of people are coming out, and it's weird because some people will sound like other people, and that sucks. So that's why I'm trying to change it up a little bit as much as I can, to where I feel like it's more of like a punk rock feeling to anything, rather than like you're looking at a rap show. You're not looking at a hip hop artist. You're looking like fucking crazy ass punk rocker dude who raps.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I have like I can do a bunch. I've done a bunch of different tracks before, and that's it. And I think that's what it is, like variety. Like if all your songs kind of sound alike, it's gonna be hard, So I've done different tracks. Like I did some tracks with Ill Fated. Big shout out to Ill Fated, one of the best producers who blew up out of Houston. Big fucking homie. Where it has way different feel than my regular music does. Yeah. And then I've done like super hype music that just sounds like club shit, I've done just like kind of even goofy, like, like it sounds hard, but it's kind of like a goofy song. Just stuff like that, because I have fun with it, like this whole thing is not even about like trying to be like anyone or man, does this person sound like me, or do I sound like this person? It's really more about like, I'm just having fun, dude. Like I've never I never got into this because I wanted to be fucking huge. I just got in this because I was having fun, dude. I was literally at work when I started this project. I was working overnight at an answering service that was 24 hours, and I used to be the overnight guy. I'd be there from like 10 to 6 in the morning. So a lot of the time, there's not really any calls coming in. You know, I'm just chilling. Like, so I started bringing my computer in, and I was like, all right, fuck it. I'm just gonna set up right here and get it. And like, next thing you know, I came out with an EP out of a fucking office. Yeah.
So I mean, you say you've been doing this for a really long time and stuff, but what do you think of like these, you know, the Suicide Boys and stuff who are actually, you know, getting popular, but you know they're doing, you know, what you've been doing for so long?
But honestly, to be honest, a lot of these people have also been doing it on their own for a long time.
Yeah,
it's just they didn't get noticed until a certain point, you know.
Yeah,
like I'm sure those guys, I think those guys are like older than I am, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and if they're not, well, they fucking look like it, but they're dope as fuck. Like they're dope as fuck, and like they really influenced a lot of people. But I just think like that sound itself has just been around since forever. Like, even if you think about it, Juggalos had that sound before. Like, they really did. Like the horrorcore thing.
It's been around. It's not nothing new. And
horrorcore is basically just the old alternative trap. It's just people didn't take it as seriously because it was clowns doing it. You know
even like,
but like, bro, some of those fuckers go hard.
They do.
Like The Gathering. You don't tell me any rapper wouldn't want to play The Gathering.
I would fucking,
bro. That thing gets packed, like millions of people.
I want to go to The Gathering and just film there.
Yeah,
like
dude, it's insane. Like they have such a big support system. That they are, even if people don't like them, you can't say anything.
ICP even has their own. I don't know if they still do, but they had their own wrestling show, and
they had the video game too.
They did.
Backyard wrestling.
I used to play the shit out of that game.
Bro, think about this. What rapper got especially except for like Def Jam for Vendetta and stuff like that? Those are like major rappers. What like underground rappers have a video game? You know what I'm saying? Because ICP, in a way, like they're big artists, but in a way they're like still like underground artists because of their style of music. Yeah. And
I mean, there's only been a handful of rappers to even be in video games. I mean, they had Def Jam, they had Backyard Wrestling, but then they had just like the 50 Cent game. I remember that one. Yeah,
exactly. But 50 Cent, you know, he was going to do that because money. Like, he got money to put in, he got money out. Like,
but like, there's only a handful of rappers who have been able to do it, and like ICP was one of them. Like,
that's what I'm saying, dude. ICP was killing it with the whole horrorcore thing. Like, they were doing this creepy shit a long time ago, where it was like, you know, like Church Bell and like. And they're just rapping really fast, like, what, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's just, they've been doing that stuff. And that's why I didn't even really listen to music when I started making music. And when I first started making music, I was just listening to, like, MF Doom most of the time. I was listening to, like, Mos Def. I was listening to Gangstar. I was listening to, like, nothing but old school stuff. And, like, I really wasn't interested in trying to follow a different sound. That's why I started changing my sound too, because so I could have a variety of things to do. Yeah. Like, say right now, if I get booked for like a hip hop show, like straight hip hop show, I have a set list for that.
You can just go in there and
I have a set list, and I have a set list that for that kind of crowd. But say I'm about to go play an ignorant ass trap show, I'm there. Like, I got it. Let's do it. So I'm just trying to like change it up as much as I can. I'm gonna try to do a whole EP in Spanish.
Oh wow. Like rap Spanish?
Yeah.
Or, okay.
Like at least mostly in Spanish. Like, or mixed in, you know, a little bit of Spanglish, I guess.
Maybe. Are you fluent in Spanish?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that helps, you know, a lot. Like that's.
I just made a song. Well, I just made a song with a guy from Brazil.
Wow.
So his part's in Portuguese.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's gonna be weird. It's gonna be dope.
I like listening to stuff that I don't understand sometimes.
No, yeah, and like Jay Stash is one of these like, he makes music in. He stays in Korea, bro. Yeah, like he stays in Japan. Like he doesn't even come back to the US anymore. And he makes art. He makes music with Japanese people, Korean, French dudes. Like, bro.
Like it's. I don't know. I guess there's something about listening to stuff that you don't understand. It's just dope.
Like whenever the cohort and like all the like Keith Ape and all them, bro. No one understands what the hell they're saying, but
that shit was fire. That shit was
fire, bro. Like, you kidding me? No one cares, dude. It just sounds dope as hell.
Yeah, there's
just a ticket for that '88 Rising tour was like $100 plus.
Yeah,
just to get
I wanted to go, but I mean, even there's a rapper here in Houston. I have no idea who you are, but his name is Young Korea. and he raps and he's fire.
That's what's up.
It's fire. I have no idea what he's saying.
I just think it's dope to put your own culture in your own music. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can tell you right now, how many people, at least in this scene right here, are gonna make like at least in the niche of fans that we have and stuff like that, who's gonna make a whole EP but in Spanish, like a whole different language. You know what I'm saying? Because everyone can make a song, but to actually put your own language in there too, that's a whole, like, that's you really putting yourself into your music. So I'm really excited to do that. I just need to figure out how I'm gonna go about it.
So you you talked about like putting your culture and stuff. Does being a Hispanic rapper actually like influence you at all? Like, or
it does because like I feel like, how they say like Latinos are super passionate about stuff. Like,
yeah,
I think it does. Like, I'm really passionate about this music stuff. Like, I always have been. You're passionate about something where you don't even care if you're trying to like, monetize or like go like crazy big about it, but you still enjoy doing it.
You do it for the love of it.
Yeah, like I'm not over here saying like, oh fuck, the label told me I gotta go record 2 albums and I gotta fucking do it.
You're not even worried about like
I don't like, I make music when I want to. I make music how I want to. I make music with who I want to. I don't get told like, oh, you can't release this, you can't release that. No one tells me anything like that. But yeah, dude, like I'm really passionate about this stuff. I really like it. I really love doing this, and I love performing, and I love putting out music, and I love meeting people through it. Like I've met some of my best friends through this rap shit,
Hey.
So it's like I really enjoy it, and I really enjoy supporting all of them.
Yeah.
Like if you're not supporting your homies, then you're not really doing it right.
Yeah. And one thing I like about your music and stuff is I saw you performing. It was at the fight night. I saw you
fight night, dude. I got lit that night.
I saw you performing at the fight night, and you're set. Like you definitely could see the passion in it, and you really like put it all out while you're performing.
Yeah, that's like really a big part of like this whole Worstnightmare thing was just I really wanted to perform. I wanted to do this shit live because it's fun to me. It's just fun to be on stage, and it's not even because I like attention. It's just because it just feels good to go out there in person, put your stuff out there, and then see reactions and stuff. Like, see people fuck with it, or like if they don't fuck with it, you're like, why? Let me know, give me some feedback,
constructive criticism.
Yeah, because I take that shit, bro. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't have a big ego, especially like it's tiring to see like people who blow up and then they just get this huge ego when in reality, like, everybody, I've had a lot of really cool things happen to me as a person, but I don't let that define me as a person. Like, I've played some big ass shows too where I'm like, whoa, this is fucking insane, and I'm still playing like cooking house parties sometimes. Like, who cares?
I think house parties are some of the best shows.
I love house parties, dude.
God, they're some of the best shows.
Oh yeah.
There's something about like just being so close to like the crowd. Even like I've never been performing. I've never performed at a house party or anything. That's not me. I'm too scared for all that. But just being on the other side and seeing the artist from like so close and so intimate, like an intimate show is definitely, I think, way better than being at like a Toyota Center show or something.
Yeah, and like, I mean, I would love to do stuff like that, but at the same time, it's like it depends on what vibe you're bringing to it. Because like I'd really rather be up close and personal with people and like be up.
That's why I like going to those like smaller venues and like, man, I don't know. It's
fun, like that like the fight night thing. I love that shit. I was surrounded by people, like that's cool to me. Like, I love that. It felt like really like people really paying attention. Yeah. So that's why I was enjoying the hell out of it. And I'm not gonna lie. I think I had one of the best sets. Me and Taboo could pretty much kill our sets that day.
Yeah.
So,
shout out
Taboo. We're actually making songs together. I gotta send him a beat, and we're gonna come out with some fucking Taboo Worstnightmare stuff. So it's gonna be angry and dark as hell. So.
Yeah. Shout out Taboo. That's the homie right there. So how is it? Like you said, angry. How is it? Being able to put so much like aggression and get your emotion out into the music and the performances and stuff.
Wait, repeat that?
How is it being able to get like your aggression and like?
Oh, dude, I love it, bro. Like, when I get on stage, dude, I just go crazy. Like, I do, because it's like, dude, there's been times where I straight up almost, I think I played the New Year's show was on the 28th. It was at this ranch party. It was dope. It was packed. I had a lot of fun. But I tend to, you know, I'd be all over the place. I'm all over the stage if there is one. And if not, I'm all over the floor. I stepped wrong, and the stage was kind of small, and like my foot slipped, went to the side, and I almost broke it while I was performing. And people were like, "Damn, is he okay?" I still finished my set, everything.
Did you get hurt?
I got hella hurt, dude. I'm still limping from it since the 28th, my G.
Jesus.
I think I tore it a little bit, so it's still healing.
Yeah, you probably
because I'm still healing right now. Like I'm still limping a little bit, and it's been like a whole month. So that means I almost broke it. That means I definitely tore something. But I'm good now. I'm walking, so it's just healing slowly.
You probably fucked some shit up.
Yeah, but since then I still played like another 3 or 4 shows since. So.
And you got shows still coming up.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's gonna be a while before that actually heals fully.
Yeah, probably, because I definitely tore something. Like people thought I broke my foot.
Damn.
Dude, the next day I couldn't even go to work because it blew up like a potato. Just like.
So this, you know, your last project you put out was was I Am Demon?
I Am Demon EP, and then I just been releasing singles since then. Yeah.
So how was it putting that I Am Demon together?
Dude, that one was cool. I worked with Hitman Houston. He's a badass producer. Shout out Hitman. He's a badass dude. He makes crazy ass beats. He's a fucking genius, that's for sure. I met him. You know, I met him through my old band manager because they're in the same studio. Rhythm Room, they have like their own studios there, and they like always fuck with each other. So like I started going over there, and dude, we recorded in about like maybe like a month, because we had to like keep going through just beats and all this stuff. But it was definitely a process. Got really drunk over there all the time, and we had like a bunch of people in the room. Sometimes we had like freaking Donatella and Nadas and just a bunch of homies in there, like getting fucking fucked up and just recording music. It was fun. It was definitely fun. The crazy thing about it is, I released that EP under Wormhole Records. Shout out. They're like kind of my record label, my distribution people. They're dope. Like I didn't think I was gonna get that much of a
response from it.
Response from it at all. Like I didn't think I was going to. And if you go on my SoundCloud, when I look at it and I look at my stats, and it goes from like when I started to like now, there's this huge surge just in 2018 where it's like 35,000 plays, and the year before that I got like 2,000 or something like that. It was just like nothing, and it just surged crazy after that EP. And yeah, I got a lot of clout out of the EP. It was wild. And it was just like me as fuck, you know. There was songs in that EP where I spoke Spanish too. Like it was fun.
So I mean, you're just saying 2018. I guess you got a lot more recognition for your music and stuff. How was 2018 for you as an artist?
It was dope. I mean, I had a lot of fun. I played some crazy ass shows that I enjoyed. I met an insane amount of good people that like now I'm making music with and playing shows with and traveling with, and dude, it's fun. I really love this shit. I think I'm having a lot of fun. I'm playing a bunch of shows, and I'm gonna start traveling more for shows. Like I'm going to play in New Mexico for another little festival they're having over there. I'm just in the end, everything just ties in with, as long as I'm having fun and enjoying my experiences, I'm gonna keep doing this shit.
It's like one of those things, like that cliche that people say, well, if you find something that you love doing, you never work a day in the life.
Yeah, dude, like I'm like to this day, I mean, shit, dude, like I have fun. Like I have fun recording. I have fun, just I do a lot of shit like in the scene. Like I help people edit stuff, like edit pictures. You want fucking flyers done. You want graphics done. Like I do all of that stuff. I designed all my own merch. Like it's really just to help, And like people hit me up on like, hey man, can you make me a flyer? And I'm like, yeah, dude, $20. Everyone's like, damn, I was getting charged $100 by the other dude. I'm like, because I've done this stuff for like so long that it'll take me like 20-30 minutes to make a badass flyer, and then, done deal, $20.
I'm gonna come to you for flyers now.
Yeah, dude. It's cool. Like, I don't mind it too much because I have a lot of off time when I work. I work at a smoke shop, so I'm just chilling, dude. I'm like.
That's a chill ass job.
Bring my laptop, bring my phone, just do stuff on there. Like shit. I recorded a song at work recently. Yeah, I was just like, fuck it. because there's a lot of downtime. It's chill, you know. I sit around a lot, so might as well get some work done.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. I mean, that you actually help out with other things other than, you know, just doing your music. And we were just talking about before, you know, the interview. I'm trying to put together a festival. Nobody really knows that. I'm trying to put together, you know, a show. And Worstnightmare over here said he would help me out.
I'm down to help, dude. I always.
That would, you know, that would be dope. I mean, because I have no idea what I'm doing. No idea. But
dude, it took me a lot of trial and error at first, and I was told because I didn't have that many connects.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you at least got people helping you, it works out, dude. It works out hella.
I gotta find a venue.
Yeah, but we have hella venues. You just gotta look, really. Like, you gotta look for the best deal in the end. I would start small, you know, just like to start it out, so.
Yeah. Yeah, it should be dope. I hope so. Definitely, I'll have Worstnightmare performing.
Hell yeah, you already know.
So, what shows do you have coming up, like, recent, like...
Glitch Fest is definitely coming up. It's what, like week and a half from now, like 2 weeks from now. It's gonna be insane. That's gonna be big ass show, satellite bar. We got Black Yell Cats with Spaces, which is one of my biggest influences. He's a good homie of mine. We got DJs playing too. Like, if you like DJs, it's not really my bag, but I'm friends with a lot of those guys too. So, and they're dope. So I'm always gonna support them. We got Hollywood Dreddy playing too. He's one of the up and comers, dude. His EP is crazy.
I saw him at the fight night too.
Yeah, dude. He's crazy. He's one of the only dudes that makes like sad boy music for people who want to party. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I fuck with him very heavy. And then Heathen's coming from New Mexico. He's my connect. That's where I'm going to go fly out to New Mexico for that. He's playing, so it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be a big ass show, and there's a lot of other rappers on it too.
Yeah.
That people might know around the city, like Turk. I think his name is Young Turk, I think, and just other couple people. But Glitch Fest is gonna be lit, and so like the second tier tickets already sold out, so you should go get a ticket if you want to come.
I'm definitely gonna be there.
Oh yeah, and then the Gilla show.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
That show's gonna be lit. It's gonna be on the 23rd of February with Gilla and Dende. You seen Dende on this show before. Dende's a homie.
Yeah.
We're just like, we're ready for it. You know, like we got like three nerdy rappers who fucking throwing a show together. That's a Smash Bros tournament. Free beer.
Free beer.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, and if you enter the tournament, you could win $250. Like, I would enter, but I'm probably gonna get my ass kicked by all those dudes who actually know how to play.
I would definitely.
So, but yeah, dude, February 23rd is gonna be lit. So it's gonna be a good couple. Like, I'm actually really glad I only have 2 shows this month, because dude, last month I played a show every single week, starting from December the 28th all the way.
Where you almost broke your ankle.
All the way until pretty much this month. I had a show every weekend.
Damn.
So it was definitely a busy month, and I'm kind of worn out. So I'm happy with these 2 shows because they're both gonna be big, and I'll have fun, and then I'll be like, all right, cool.
So, do you have any new like projects that you're working on, music wise? I mean,
singles, dude. Like, I'm working a bunch of singles with a bunch of people. I'm collabing with a bunch of people from here in Houston. Space City Lords. They're like an up and coming kind of like group that I fuck with. People from Austin, like Corpus, like Filthy Flywheel. He also I think you saw him play at one of the underground shows if you went. Just a bunch of friends, dude. Just kind of like making music, doing features for some people. But yeah, it's mostly singles for now, and then I'm probably anything that's recorded like that's on my part. That for me, I'm probably gonna put a mixtape out.
Okay, you don't have any plans though for like an actual mixtape? Or?
I do. Like, I'm thinking like I'm gonna take some of these singles that I recorded that were like supposed to be my songs, featuring people, and I'm probably gonna hold those off and then just put out maybe the stuff where I'm featured on stuff, just kind of like repost that stuff. But yeah, definitely thinking of making a mixtape at this point. So because I just want to see who all I'm gonna be making the songs with, because I mean I got a good amount of people I'm doing features. Like, there was a day I recorded like 3-4 features in a day because it was just grind time.
It's grind time. You just gotta get it.
Yes, sir.
So where can everybody find like your music and your social media and everything?
So I'm usually mostly on Instagram, so it's Worstnightmare Official. I'm surprised I even got the whole Worstnightmare Official thing. Not a lot of people get it. And so I got Worstnightmare Official on Instagram, on SoundCloud at Worstnightmare. Oh, Worst fucking Nightmare It's really explicit for y'all. Worst fucking nightmare. Or you can look me up. I think I changed my name on SoundCloud to LilNightmare.
Yeah, I think you
just
did.
for fun.
Just for fun.
Yeah, just for fun. I'm gonna change it back anyway. But yeah, SoundCloud, YouTube. YouTube. I'm not really like active on my YouTube. My videos are hosted usually on other channels like Third World Hip Hop. What's it called? Trash. Shout out to fucking Trash. They come up with some of the best content in our niche of stuff, like best videos. They're really good hosts. I think me and Nodis's videos at like almost 70,000.
Damn.
All his other videos are like over 100K. So they're a good host. Like most of the YouTube stuff is gonna be on that. On Fameline, we used to have like a little collective called Fameline. But I have some videos on there too, and you can find pretty much my music on any platform for the most part. You can find at least my EP is on Spotify, Amazon.
Just listen to both Worst Nightmares.
Yeah, if you can't listen to Worstnightmare from Canada, they're dope. If you like have variety music, check them out, dude. They're dope as fuck.
Well, definitely check out his EP. Follow him on Instagram. Worst Nightmare Official. I'm actually surprised you got that.
Yeah, dude. Because that shit is hard, bro. Like, I mean, usually people have to put like an underscore or like something. I got
Worst underscore Nightmare,
because
but no,
I'm the only Worst Nightmare rapper out there.
Hey, the original,
OG,
the OG Worst Nightmare, man. Check him out. Follow him everywhere. Check out the music on all platforms. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Stay slum.
Yeah.